At a certain point, Gunther began to sort of distance himself a little bit from the critical discourse group that started in 1992 in Amsterdam, where he was definitely a key member. Since essentially, he was once again ahead of everybody else through the book Languages Ideology with Bob Hodge. He was the first critical discourse analyst, basically, but for a few philosophers like Herbert Marcuse, who wrote very nicely about language as well, which people don't read because he's a philosopher. But never mind. So nevertheless, he distanced himself from in the education context, and began to sort of propagate the idea of design. And I can certainly see that that could be an extremely useful contribution to make, but I can't see why that's why that is antithetical to criticism. I think if you want to change things, you got to also analyze what's wrong with it, and why change it. You got to see, and also critical doesn't necessarily always mean that it's wrong. It just means that you're critical and that you're open to what the outcome is. So likewise, I find this whole thing about positive critical discourse and as an enormous distraction. And why should you decide beforehand, to do something positive or negative? Why should you not investigate what you investigate and then come out with a grounded, and motivated, evidence-based critique? And that can be a positive contribution, to thinking about what needs to be done different, and then you move to the states of design. It's a bizarre thing because at the same time many people use this word, critical discourse analysis, these days. It's big. If you have a conference, very few of them are actually critical. And they even do all sorts of funny things like writing critical with a small c or critical between brackets, as though you have to be ashamed to be critical. I find that absolutely unacceptable. And in the humanities, we're supposed to, to educate critical citizens. How can you do that if you don't, if you're not game to critique in a good way?